Hi, good morning. It's 6:05 a.m. Today is Saturday, August the 13th, the year 2022. I would like to I would like to talk to you about something. If you would please just sit down and just listen. Would you? Um, I would really appreciate that. Have you ever felt just empty? For the past, I can't begin to tell you. Ever since I've been displaced, I've 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 had so many emotions: angry, sad, despair, desperation. I've just had it all. In my podcast, it's sometimes it's played out, and sometimes, most of the time, I keep it to myself because for some reason in Western society they have a problem with people being human. Stop crying. Don't yell. Don't shout. Don't be sad. Don't get angry. It's as if they want you to be a machine. Is it? It's as if they want you to be an inanimate object. They want you to become inhuman. I spoke about my lower back and how it was giving me problems, but I just kept going. Whatever I was doing every day, I just kept going. If I was going to school or training program, just every day, every day, every day. I I I I erroneously figured that if I just kept my head down, if I just kept my head down and I kept going, that everything would be all right. No, I knew something was wrong. You began to say, what's going on? You see, incident after incident after incident started happening, and I was just like, wait a minute, I'm under attack. This isn't normal. It's not normal for things like this to keep happening. It's not what's going on. And I finally understood and realized that problem was that I was fighting God. You know, I had to be put out of commission because God wanted to get my attention, and I just just figured if I kept my head down, you know, I just figured if I just kept on going and going, and but I heard him calling me. But I just wanted to keep on going and doing my thing. One of the pastors said, be careful what you attribute to God. But my answer would be then, Pastor, how else would I have been able to stop and take care of myself? I wasn't eating well. I got to the point I was eating a sandwich every day, bread every day, white process. And then when I was hungry, I would snack on potato chips or something sweet. How else would he have gotten my attention? You know, I really didn't understand. I didn't understand I didn't understand what was happening until it happened. And you know, when I walked into the break room that very morning, people, my compatriots, my mates, they were all looking at me. Because the way I looked, I physically looked like I was in a fight. You know? I mean, my pants was dropping down. I couldn't get my belt in. I was sweating profusely, and I couldn't get right that morning. And the thing about God is that what I don't like about him, you see, so many people, right? They will never tell you that what they don't like about God. They always talk about, oh, I love him. I like, I love him, but I don't always like him, you know, because the thing is with God is that whenever he does stuff to me, he likes to do it on a public level, and I don't understand why, you know, because I keep asking God, why don't you shield me? Why don't you hide me whenever I'm going through something? You just have me out there on public display, and I don't understand why. There are other people that are going through stuff and you hide them and you don't see what they're going through, but me, you put me in public display. Hide me? Am I not yours? Am I not your child? Why can't you hide me whenever you have to take me through something? Why does it have to be so public? So when I walked in, everybody saw me. They were just lined up right there, and they saw everything that was. I even went out, you know, to try to get myself together, but in quick succession, I had to come right back in. I was called, you see. My number was up, but I was not ready. Didn't even have time to fix myself. And then, not so soon after that, you know, that's when everything just came to a head. It culminated. And as soon as it happened, I shouted, why? Why, God? Why? What do you want from me? Why? Why are you doing this to me? All the time telling you. But when the headmaster called me to his office and he sat me down and she says, what's going on with you? He says, what's going on with you? He says, you think you're having a bad couple of days or a bad month? And I was just like, I've been just having a really bad time for a really long time, you know. I don't know what to tell you. How can you tell someone that you're being spiritually beaten? You can't, can you? Just say, I muttered a few incoherent words. Well, I don't know. He said, I'll call you. You know, as I sat there in the chair, as I was being reprimanded, I just didn't care anymore. May I be honest with you? I just didn't care anymore. I said, do whatever. I was in flee mode. I just wanted to go. There was nothing I could do. I knew what was being done to me was way beyond man, way beyond mortal. And when it's not man, when it's at another level, another realm, there's really not much you can do. Everything stopped working that day. My deodorant, everything, but I knew it did. I smelled myself and it was very musty and I didn't care. At that point, I just didn't care anymore because as I sat in that chair and I was being reprimanded by the headmaster, I was so very angry with God. I was very angry with him. I didn't understand what was happening to me. Yeah, have you ever been a point in time in your life where you just didn't care anymore? It was right there for me, right there, that day. Just didn't care anymore. I said, you know what? You know what, God? Whatever. You know what? Whatever. Because I didn't do anything wrong. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Why would you allow this to happen to me? What was my crime? What sin did I commit for you to allow this to happen to me? What did I do wrong, my Lord? I had so much going on in my life, my living situation, my eating habits, my health wasn't good. And, it wasn't until I came home and I sat down and I went to sleep, I went to sleep that very night and I got the word as I was laying down. And, that's when I mostly face God, when I'm asleep. That's why it's so very, very hard for me to do certain things, because to face Him is my biggest fear.